Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check, move the team.
Check right 47.
You can't block me. One flip. You can't block me. No time.
27 Mike. Mike 27. Not here.
47's a Mike. 14.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip right. Check 24. You guys, listen. Got it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Army. Alert.
Shoot. Check 13.
18.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Golden Tate. Taking it about the 16. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey. On the ball. Shoot.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Jones now operating from the gun. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Tay Davis there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
9. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
27 Mike. Mike, 27. And we're quick, go 14. 49.
Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 43-yard attempt.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive into it didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Very good to see number 26 back on the field. He, of course, suffered that high ankle sprain in the game at Tampa Bay back in Week 3. The estimate originally was upwards of 6 to 8 weeks that he would miss, but he's worked hard to get himself back on the field.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And a cutback to the sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 15. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And, it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. We'll see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. No score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now it's Penny running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. So we got man. Good job right there. Good job right there.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe break the ice a little?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 at the Giants' 17-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Check curls.
Gun.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
14, body.
Switch.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go, here we go.
Now Jones going to throw again. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Quentin Jefferson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now it's Lockett. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That catch certainly easier than the one Tyler Lockett made in the back left corner of the end zone in the Thursday night win over the Rams in Week 5. My goodness, that was incredible. In fact, the advanced metrics called it the most improbable catch in the NFL in the last 2 years. And if for some reason you missed it, look it up. Pretty impressive. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and the Seahawk 1st.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Right over there. Right side. Mike, 58, right there. I'm scared.
Now Wilson on first down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Right here.
58's the mic.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 7.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He may try and run for this. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Penny on the counter. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You don't know no better.
Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
With the score, all time.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
15-1. 15-1. Hey, exit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 4, check 4. Run left, run left. Stay in over. Quick right, quick right. 58, right over there, yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's bring it. Come on. 58, come on.
Here's Wilson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll go down, and that will do it. Quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, trucked him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones will get this out to Barkley complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Jones now on 1st down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley there to make the grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
On second and a couple. Wilson buying time to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he is all the way up past the 25. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
57's a Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Hey, Charlie.
57's the Mike. All day.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
57. Mike, 57. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
57 Mike 57.
Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.